Why is it that when someone asks you to just trust them, you just don't? Because trust is tricky. You can't just say it. You have to back it up. AAA Auto Insurance has been doing that for over 100 years. As quickly as a car accident happens, AAA starts to set things right, matching you with the right experts who make your claim their priority until you're back behind the wheel. Talk to a AAA insurance agent at your local AAA store today or visit AAA.com/insurance to learn more about AAA.
Yes, sir. It's Westside Wednesdays, homie. The G-Lew Show. West Coast hip hop to the tip top. Top shelf shit, homie. OG Lou, Westside Wednesdays, OG Music. Yeah, G-Lew Show, that's a fact. We've been doing this for 4 years straight, back to back. Got rid of my old caddy and got a new lack. Threw away my old flows when it got a new rap. I was raised in California, but I seen a whole map. Been around the whole world, can't wait to get back. Give a shout out to the West Side, homies straight moving. From Florence to La Brea, to Pico and Union. From Whittier to Watts, South Los to the beach. To Harlem, California, holla at my Uncle Tweed. Indeed, yeah, we proceed to keep it gangster. No skinny jeans, no Lees, no Wranglers. We only rock Levi's, just like T-Fly. Shout out to the Bay, E40 SPI. CE, I'm the number one G. LEW, so you don't want no trouble, fools. As we take you on this West Side ride, every Wednesday from 7 to 9, we on time. So holla at the homie if you need that fix. The G-Lew Show, we all in the mix like this. Yes, sir. It's Westside Wednesdays, homie. Yeah. On the G-Lew Show, Blog Talk Radio, the number one West Coast station across the nation. Brick City Productions, OG Music, G-Lew. Yes, sir. And we rolling like that. What up, Flossie? 914-803-4001. Holla at me, homie. Yeah. Hey, check it out, man. It's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. February 20th, 2019. And tonight, we've been talking about it for a minute. We got a very special episode tonight. We call this episode the transitioning episode from prison to the streets. And we got some special guests, some very special guests on the panel tonight. Some people you may be familiar with, some people you may not. But all of these are my people, my family, my homies that's been on the show before at different times. But tonight, we're going to get real deep and in depth about some serious issues about this prison system reform and transitioning from prison to the streets. How it is for a homie to be locked down, such as my panel tonight, man. These homies got years up in there, man, and they about to come home, homie. And we'll also be joined by attorney at law Jaron Brignac, the official attorney at law. Who came home some years ago, man, in transition, so he'll be able to speak about it firsthand, give his account on things, how he's transitioned, and the things that he's doing now, real productive in his community and abroad. Once again, it's a transition episode with my special guest, Jaron Brignac, OG Blinky Blink, on the real, and my homeboy Big Gotty, the author, Soldier Chalk, who was on the show a while back, a few weeks ago. Hope you got some of his books since the last time we tapped in. But like I said again tonight, very special episode, man. So we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna give the people a few minutes to check in. We got my guest already in the building, but I'm gonna give the people out there a few minutes to check in with us because we don't want anybody to miss anything tonight. We're gonna be here for the next couple of hours. You want to call in and join the conversation, join the panel, speak on it, stand on it, not around it. You can call. The phone lines are open. The call-in number is 914-803-4001. Once again, that's 914-803-4001. And shout out to everybody listening online as well. We're broadcasting worldwide, all over the globe, man, from Japan to England, man. So
Once again, if you want to check in with us and speak on it, press 1. Make sure you press 1 and we'll bring you in. Also, I want to speak about some topics as well, off subject for a minute. I know everybody out there, you heard about this. It's Black History Month, right? I know you heard about this shit with this Jussie Smollett guy from Empire, which we spoke about a while back when the story first broke, but we all had doubts. Not to doubt the homie and say we had doubts because these things are happening, but we had doubts on the story. Me and Malik talked about it, but it has come out now that it is official, that the homie lied on the shit. It was a hoax, paid the dudes to do it. They got video surveillance of not only the dudes on the scene, but purchasing the mask and the rope, everything. So it's trouble for the homie, for the dude Jussie Smollett now, and it's a sad situation that this has to happen on Black History Month and put a black eye on everybody out there because it's people that really go through these things, So he put really a black eye on the whole situation, man, and the gay people and the LG whatever, it's a black eye on the whole situation, and it's a sad situation, man. So we're gonna speak on that and speak on some more issues. But once again, it's a G-Lew show, Westside Wednesdays, transitioning from prison to the streets with OG Blink, Jaron Brignac, and Big Gotty, aka Soldier Chop. So we'll get to it and we'll be right back to open up this conversation, Westside Wednesdays.
I mean, it's to the point now where motherfuckers from Missoula, Montana can tell you more about the hood than a nigga from the hood. Feel me? Tell you about some crippin' and blood more than the niggas that's in that lifestyle. Because they got it under a microscope. They're so fascinated. And it's so much of a phenomenon to them. And it's so entertaining to see us kill each other. And it's so exciting to them that, you know, they got it under a microscope. They damn near study everything a nigga do. From a nigga walk to it, a nigga talk to the type of music we do. And I ain't talking about black and white. I'm just talking about, you know, street and non-street, like, you know, gutter and suburb, you know what I mean? Like, just have not and haves, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not just on black and white, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of that too. But, like you said, it's just like everything else. Africa was full of natural resources, what they do. All the diamonds, they came and got it. All the gold, they came and got it. All the niggas, they came and got it. You know what I mean? The continent is great with all its resources. So, you know what I mean? I guess the word they call it is colonialism when they come to colonize your land. I educated myself. At one point I was ignorant and lost, but like you gotta know yourself before you do anything, before you can make a record, before you can have an opinion, you gotta know yourself. So, you know, the same thing going on with rap music, the same thing going on with all of our culture. Whether it's gang banging, whether it's trapping down south, whether it's hip hop, whatever it is, like, you know, if a motherfucker see it as an asset or as a resource, we don't got no means to go get it. You know what I mean? Other than our little pistols and handguns, we got choppers and all that. These niggas got millions of dollars, institutions set up, like the LAPD, like the feds, like the FBI. All this is their army, and their army make it to where you can inflict your will. Meaning, if a motherfucker don't want to do it from an agreement, you can come take it. If a nigga don't want to agree and do it verbally, well, you got an army to come enforce your will. So that's what we lack. You know what I mean? We don't have no army that's going to come protect our natural resources because our shit is divided. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand how we connected, and that's a fucked up mentality to have. But that's the culture where we come from.
You dig what I'm saying? Hey, man, Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. Like I said again, welcome to the show. We got a great episode lined up for you tonight. We got my homeboys, the panel, OG Blink, Big Gotty, a.k.a. Soldier Chalk, and paralegal, not attorney at law, I'm sorry, my homeboy, Jaron Brignac. Let me open up the panel now, first bringing my homeboy, OG Blink, who spearheaded everything tonight and put this show together. What's up, big homie?
Gangster, all about an attitude, not about a salary. What's up with you, folks?
Hey, what's up? On the real.
On the real. That's that real live gangster hip hop right there, boy. Look at here, how you crip walking and skipping and dipping and all kind of fly ass shit. On the real, man. Much love to that nigga Ice Cube and NWA. On the real, y'all did that one.
Yes, sir. Hey, Blink, man, go ahead, man, and tell them what we got going on tonight, homies, because it's getting real. It's on the real tonight. And I'm going to bring in the panel.
On the real. Tonight we got a live upcoming show that's going to be so powerful and so moving to where that you're going to most definitely want to see this right here and listen to this right here because it's going to move and groove and shake your eardrums and take your energy to a whole nother level of understanding not only who you are as an African in America, but who you are as an individual from within to understand your connection with God, energy, and joy and love. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to my man, G-Lew.
That part. And I want to add that it is also Black History Month as well, man. So, it's a great time, man, to have this type of show, man. So, man, I just thank you, man, for putting it together, man, and making it all happen. And we're going to take it from there. Let me bring in the panel, homeboy Big Gotty and Jaron. Oh, we lost Jaron for a second. But let me bring in the homie Gotty. What up, Gotty? Soldier Chalk.
Oh, what's going on with it? G-Lew, Blinky Blink, what's the deal, man?
Pulitzer Prize author, you know what I mean, publisher, all that shit, man. Big Gotty. Also, we got the homeboy, not attorney at law. Blink had to correct me. You know, I was putting too much on it, but you know, either way, man, we got the self-proclaimed paralegal attorney. I don't know. I'm gonna let her introduce herself, but we got the homie Jaron Brignac. First, before we do that, though, I want to give a moment of silence and rest in peace. Shout out to your uncle, homie. But welcome Jaron Brignac to the show. Thought we had JB.
Hello?
JB.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, fam? How you
Hear
doing,
me?
man? Yeah.
Okay.
We live, man.
Okay, cool. Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the shout out, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and also, I appreciate the reclarification. I understand, man.
I was putting too much on.
Yeah, I got family, that's just love, but it's just
right.
that when, man, it's, you got these laws, unauthorized practice of law, that's an actual civil code, in California. And, you'll be surprised who's listening that really ain't really got no interest in the show. So somehow found out that Jaron Brignac, who's involved in the lawsuit over here, is on this show. And he considered himself as an attorney. We about to send this to the state bar right now.
Right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how that stuff happened, man, in that other arena when you're dealing with sharky competitors. You got haters and competitors, man, on all different levels, man. And it's it's called 6450, California Business and Profession Code. But I use all the loopholes I can use, so I'm pretty much straight in that area. Just as long as I come off and present it, from my mouth, then, they can't say I'm misrepresenting anything. And as far as what everybody else do, you can't get in no trouble. It's just basically what, it's the respect and the love that I get from my people that had that love for me. They know what, they basically be expressing what, hey, this is where you should be.
I got you.
And I like that. I like it. It reminds me of that martial artist, the one that like the martial artist ain't never got his black belt. He go in there as a white belt and he fight with his black belt with the black belt at. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm dealing with, So
homie said I'm a black belt. No, he ain't no black belt.
Right. Black belt without the black belt, man.
That's right. Well, it's all love and all good. It's a paralegal. Oh, while we're at it, if you want, you could shout out your firm or what your paralegal, your handle.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
I don't even know what to call it.
Shout out to that, man. I'm a first get a shout out to my own corporation. It's BTCS Law Eviction. And then I'm also get a shout out to the Rodriguez Law Group. I work with them, foreclosure defense, and I can't leave Joe Farkas out. That's one of the attorneys I started with. We still do contract work. That's like I still deal with him. I want to give a shout out to him too, man. Hopefully they're gonna listen in someday, sometime soon. Give a shout out. And man, thank you. Hey, what's up, Blink? What's up? I heard Gotty was on here too. Say what's up.
Yeah, they in here.
What's up with it, JB?
Hey, what's going on, man?
JB, what's happening with you,
man?
What's up, Blink?
Oh no, man, I was just letting you. Huh?
Get it out, because JB, he get it out, and he gonna,
on the real. That's what.
On the real. On the real. But JB, check this out though. Before we continue, before we get into it, I want to put this out there because I spoke on it at the beginning of the show. But being that you're in the law side of things, what do you think about this situation that has now come out officially that the Empire dude, Smollett or whatever, has put out a false story. And what do you think would be the outcome of this from a law perspective? Let alone he just embarrassed himself and fucked his whole career off. But besides that, on a law perspective, what do you think is going to come of it?
Well, man,
think before you speak, man. Say, JB. Think before you speak. Make sure you think before you speak, man. Because you can't retract what you put in the universe. You feel me?
You're right about that. I like that. Well, I'm going to make sure I say this first, man. You're dealing with celebrity money.
Right.
That changes. It's not just celebrity money. You're dealing with a case that is got a lot of attention right now. So a lot of people is focused on it. It's not one of those cases that is, swept under the rug and nobody paying attention to. So
right.
I'm not sure how the outcome may be, but from what I've witnessed, I don't see the law worked in favor of individuals based on the how much notoriety was placed on it and the amount of money that was invested into it. So the law can say
I see that. Let me interrupt. I understand you on a perspective which is true, being that if it came from a different aspect, like if the homie was just charged with some other shit, got caught up with this or that. But you're dealing with now, it's a different animal because he came and filed a report with the Chicago police. You're dealing with the police, so it's like a different thing. Like they feel embarrassed. Like you know what I mean? That's like a slap in the face, and you're dealing with the police. And even though he has celebrity money, he's a celebrity. He put a black eye on his show, the Empire, everybody, and celebrities who came to his defense when this first happened. You know what I mean? So it's like all around all bad.
Well, yeah, and then on top of that, you're dealing with Chicago law.
Right.
So it's going to defer from California law, which I'm very familiar with. But it's not going to defer that much. I'm pretty sure there's similar elements to prove, filing a false report. But it's, as I said, man, it's one of those cases that a lot of people is focused on, and you're dealing with a celebrity that, that's going to have, in my opinion, it's going to have the right attorney. That's
right.
That, and then you're going to have the right district attorney that also wants.
But I mean, what else can he do, even if he has attorney, but besides cop a plea deal and admit to something or take a deal that'll be a lesser charge, but he still is gonna have to admit to it and plead because the evidence is all there.
Yeah, it most likely have to be the best plea deal. But this is something else to keep in mind, though. This is something else to keep in mind when you're dealing with, especially criminal law. We don't know. All we know is what we're told right now, as far as the evidence, in the media. But once those charges are filed and that, the case get going, the preliminary hearing and all that stuff take place, there's all kind of technicalities that is going to apply to that case that a lot of people is not aware of, and those be like the core determining factors of a case, and when you have the right attorney involved, that's when shit happens that people don't comprehend. Like, I don't understand how he got that much time. I don't understand how he got off that, so it's going to be interesting to watch, I tell you that. It's just one of those cases I know I can't predict from my point of view. But based on my, my knowledge base from California and also what I've witnessed with celebrity cases, I'm not sure which way it will go, man. Because of that.
Okay. It's all good. We just we just want to take on it. You know what I mean? What you thought. I just want to ask you from a law perspective. I know the outcome is just going to be crazy. these days to come, you know, with this internet, they're gonna go crazy on the dude. But a lot of people feel bad as well. There's a lot of people, like I said, that jumped on that bandwagon as soon as it came out, was all on his side, posting pictures and, you know, speaking up. It was even to this day when evidence was coming out that people were still didn't want to, you know, but we spoke on it before, you know, again, not to say that it was all false because these things happen, but this puts a black eye on things, you know what I mean, for the people that really do go through this and all this type of shit, and it's Black History Month, so it's crazy. But again,
you know what,
this is just a, go ahead, Blake.
But you know what, not to cut you off or nothing like that, you know, it is what it is, man. And in this world that we live in, we in a world to where the world has become so sensitive to where that any little small minute thing a person do out of the norm, he's going to get criticized and going to get crucified as well. And on the legal aspect, you know what I'm saying, it's just another false report that's being filed. But due to the fact, like JB said, is that the man is a celebrity, it becomes more scrutinized through the eyes of the public rather than the judicial system. So the only person that really is going to sacrifice from this is the LBGTQ community, because them people really become discriminated because of their preference in the things that they choose to because I want to speak lightly and righteous when we
I
speak
dig
this,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
And Blink, let me add this. And the fact that, again, not to diss them, but they put so much shit out there, you know what I mean, on people where it's almost like you can't scare, you know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure that comes from them on everyday topics and shit that we discuss and talk about and shit that happens, and it's taken like we can't speak on it. So this right here, like you said, puts a black eye on them as well, and the black community, though.
Right. Well, it's really not a hard hit to the black community because this was an individual to which that what we speaking on tonight, and it's crazy because we can slide right in this with him and take it right to where we need to take it to, because it's not really a bad hit to the black community, because this is a young man that was suffering with internal issues from the word say go, but wasn't not exposed with these issues because he didn't understand the emotional problems that he was going through from whatever it was that took place to lead up to allowing himself to take it to the level to where I'm seeking for attention. And what it is to where that in today's society, man, we allow ourselves to be glamorified by superstars, and we put expectations, and our expectations be so high. As soon as somebody do something wrong, we crucify them. But at the same time, before we can understand what it is that person got going on, we step up as the people that we supposed to step up and love our brother. But as soon as it come back all bad, we jump ship, and then everyone crucified this man rather than getting to the root problem of the whole situation. Brother, what's wrong with you? What was it that allowed you to take it to this level to where that you wasn't getting the attention and the love that you felt that you deserved, to where you had to do a public outcry? Because that's all that was, a public outcry for attention. And now that you got everybody attention, now the world is talking about this right here, and the things that they're talking about is not the things that needed or the things that should be needed to help that young man out, because he got to be suffering from something. You feel me?
Right. Yep. And now I think it may be even more dangerous for the dude, because being that all this has come out, they said, you know, he's nowhere to be found. Police want him. He's on the run or whatever. But he may be even like on suicide with like a cat like that who has just, like you said, these type of things going on and is sensitive already. You know what I mean? No telling what the dude might be doing right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Because, you know, when we dealing with a situation that deals with emotions, your internal emotions and your internal suffering, you don't know what a person really goes through. You only see what it is that you want to see from the outside looking in. You don't understand what goes on from deep down, because we suffer from a lot of internal issues as teenagers that we don't even really understand that we suffer from until we get into the stage of adulthood, to where sometimes our subconscious mind don't allow our conscious mind to commute some of the things that we see on TV to understand that, oh man, nah, I can't even allow that to get in my mind right there, because for me to start thinking like that or do this, shit ain't gonna turn out right. For instance, getting to this man, and we're gonna get up off this guy, but getting to him to where that he knew right from wrong, but he didn't understand the choices of right from wrong that he made with his situation. Because if you're suffering from a delusion, how are you going to make appropriate choices to allow your fame? Because we speaking on the superstar, to allow your fame to keep moving forward as you are a LBGTQ person in that community right there, because the pressure is so hard on you. And then not only that, you're playing that role of somebody that you live in reality in real life. You know what I'm saying? And in that role, if you look in that role, he's suffering from a lot of mental illness things that's going on, taking pills, doing this and all kind of old weird shit going on. And he allowed that character to be a part of his real life. And this is where we at right now today, to where that when we as young men grow up in our neighborhoods and stuff like that and become accustomed to things that's the norm to us, but it's not the norm to other people, because they don't see the type of things that we are more or less suppressed or exposed to in our neighborhood. So that becomes the unnorm to them, but to us it's the norm, because this is the way that we grew up. This is our everyday activity. So due to that, this is our everyday activity. This is how we protect these situations to come about. And as they come about, we live in so many days and weeks and months and years to where it become normal. And then what ends up happening is that these things that you thought was normal is not really normal when you commit a crime. And then once you become incarcerated or become incarcerated mentally, because it's more than one way to become in prison. You could come in prison physically and you could come in prison mentally. That brother became in prison mentally, and it's crazy how tonight's show is dealing with transition from prison to society. And a lot of the speakers was probably thinking, due to the fact that some people are incarcerated, that we was talking about the incarcerated people. But we're talking about the people that's in prison in society that don't even understand that they're in prison. You feel me?
Right.
You know,
that's right.
And with that right there, I would like to ask JB this question right here, right? From your transformation of being incarcerated for 12 years and then becoming
Hey, JB, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know before you, JB, Malik. I'm sorry, Blink. Before you do that, I want to bring in the homie wanted to come in right quick, and I'm sure you want to speak on this before we get off this topic, and then we can continue on. So let me bring in.
Because we about to go in, man. We about to.
Yeah, we about to
open up the cavity of a motherfucking chest.
Let me bring in Dr. Ism, the Ism report on this right quick.
Good evening, Sir Blinky, Dr. JB, Mr. G-Lew, our host, and our distinguished guest that is listening around the world. Good evening from Planet Ism.
Good evening, sir.
This is the holy grail on this.
Before you speak, like Blink said, hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, but before you speak, like Blink said again, give him the caption, Blink.
The caption.
No, like how you told JB, just think about what you say before you speak. Because this shit is heard. We don't want to. I'm just saying, say what you want, but just think about it, Malik. Dr. Ism, go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Ism, think about what you say, because you can't retract what you about to put in the universe.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to think at all. I'm just going to say what the fuck I'm thinking.
That's right.
This is the reason.
You know, I went up on a bitch once. And I say, bitch, you ever thought about fucking with a real nigga with no credit, been in the penitentiary po all his life? She said, no. I said, bitch, you lying. You just did. So, what I'm trying to tell you is this. We are dealing with principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. And when you're dealing with principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places, thus said the Lord, then you don't understand that Pharaoh, whether he's black, green, white, straight, heterosexual, sapiosexual, or motherfucker is just confused. Pharaoh has transgressed all boundaries. Meaning there's nothing in the universe that you can think of that a wicked motherfucker ain't already done. So when you get a Negro that grew from the knee of another human being and became a Negro and was taught his wicked ways as a baby and taught himself and robbed of his God and robbed of the knowledge of self, and then taught to eat the wrong foods. And when they stole him from where he came from, they stole everything that he had, diamonds, gold, basketball players, scientists, but they didn't bring the food to feed him. So he suffers not only from some of the prognosis that y'all people on the prognosis, because you about to peep the prognosis. He need to do like Houdini said and have a long talk with yourself. Because when you get a situation where self-hatred becomes the order of the day, and you step in the middle of the street, you got to expect to get hit by a truck. So when you get these type of idiots, and these are the village idiots, because what he did has nothing to do with his sexual orientation. He's my brother. But at the end of the day, who taught him this behavior? See, we too busy concentrating on the problem, but we're not looking at the prognosis.
That's what I'm talking about.
Malik, I want to add this right quick. I want to just say, what was the brother thinking? You like Blink said, he going through a lot, but what was he thinking that in this day and time in 2019, with the technology and everything they got, that this shit would not come out, man? What was he thinking?
Because what we have now
from a cloth that. Go ahead.
Check this out. What he is doing is no different than a brother with an AK hanging another black man on the street. What he is doing is no different than what the court system does every day with them wooden benches that them judges make their rulings on. What he is doing is personifying what he is trying to tell the world how they think of himself and what he thinks of himself in order to get ahead. Because, see, a lot of dudes take short roads to get ahead. And everybody ain't built for this. Ask the gang members. So some dudes get on the set and realize that it's not a game, but it's too late. So we can't sit here and sympathize with a fool, because really at the end of the day, this is like a prison yard on the street. That was a distraction, a diversion. To take your mind off what's really going on. To take your mind off of Gucci. To take your mind off of the ones that made the rope, the clothing designer that made the clothes with the rope around it, Burberry, with the rope around it. That is to take your mind off of that. And then at the end of the day, the hidden hand that nobody never questions is going to make $1 out of it, and he's going to make money. Because you're going to talk about it. You're going to buy something. It's going to activate a fool to do something. So at the end of the day, my perspective is this. A fool and his money shall soon depart. And God has never changed the conditions of a people till they change the conditions in their heart. And if all you know, he that controls your thinking controls your movement. So if all you know is Dr. Seuss, that's as far as you go. So if all you know is 9 do 7 trade hustler, then nigga, that's as far as you go. So his mind became a prisoner, but yet he's not the prize son, because the compound root word of prisoner is prison, which is prize son. And most of the dudes I know that's prize son was go-getters, and they got locked up because they was the black sheep of the family. So sometimes when you suffer from a mild case of identity theft, and you're personifying and pontificating images that is not conducive to black behavior, then the karma God has a tendency of making sure that when truthhood comes, falsehood vanishes, and falsehood is forever a vanishing thing.
Man, if you don't talk that talk, man.
So all that Hollywood shit, people don't even know what the word Hollywood means. The word Hollywood is an actual tree that they use in the Wizard of Oz. And you see the wizard with the big club. That is a Hollywood tree. And it makes your dreams come true. So when you sell your soul and other fine parts to get ahead, then the devil send you a bill. So what he's going to do now is he's going to reverse it, and all the Negroes is going to sympathize with him in reverse so they can capitalize off of that. You know why? In conclusion. Because black people don't have an agenda. Black people go by what's trending. So next week we'll be trending on Prince. The week after that we'll be on Drake. The week after that is Aretha Franklin, because we don't have an agenda. Everybody else is going to Mars right off of Crenshaw on 120th. Because it's easy to distract the slave. It's easy to distract those that are the wisest on the planet. It's easy to character assassinate and then shoot them images around the world. What that brother's suffering from is what you call narcissistic self-hatred, psychosis, detachment away from his motherfucking people. And in his subconscious mind, he's trying to tell you, because see, art is not a thing, it's a way of life. They say art imitating life. So what he is doing is putting a form of art out, imitating what's really going on behind closed doors in his world.
Damn, there it is right there. You heard it from Mr. Ism. Summed it up.
The Ism report.
God damn it. God damn it.
The Ism report.
Hey, it's the Ism report. Live Ism report right there, and it's done and summed up in a nutshell.
They say, who is the original man? The Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. If you look at the word Allah, what does it spell? Arm, leg, arm, head. So you have to take somebody else's identity, use that to your advantage, and then point the finger at them. But if you look in the Bible, it says when one finger pointing at you is four. When you point one finger at somebody, it's four fingers pointing at you. So he, without seeing, cast the first stone. That's the first thing. But last week, we was on R. Kelly. The week before that, we was on Bill Cosby, because the black man has been taught and raised and reared to rule from the waist down. Because we have a higher self and a lower self, the perfect love and the perfect hate. The perfect love is your family, your God, your family, and your mission. The perfect hate is poverty, oppression, and incarceration. So they rule from the black man from the waist down. They don't rule from the higher self. So he's not on this universe in this stratosphere. You know, he has not darted off into infinity, because his spirituality is dead. And when your spiritual ship is dead, you can't get to planetism. See, y'all think planetism is Disney. No, planetism is everything that a motherfucker thought it wasn't supposed to be. So what I'm telling you in conclusion, is that when we as a people realize that who sold you into this behavior, who put that rope around your neck. I see niggas with gold chains and ropes around their neck every day.
So let me ask you this. So Malik, let me ask you this question right here. So what you're saying is that the brother's soul is dead, man. The brother's soul was dead, and his mind was polluted with phantom thoughts that he concocted as a child. Is that what you're saying?
No, sir. What I'm saying is, art is not a thing, it's a way of life. And when art starts imitating life, when the subliminal conscious of a black man in America, because, see, black is not a people as much as it is a condition. So when a black man in America does something of that nature, what he is doing is, first of all, he is not lying. But The assault didn't happen by the people that he said they did. The assault happened subconsciously through slavery when somebody did do something to him of that magnitude, whether it be physical, put a rope around his neck, or had him spiritually dead. So this is a learned behavior. So what he's doing is he's reenacting what he see the big rappers do with a rope around his neck that's in gold, or a plantation name on his back, or a sexual desire or expectation that's either learned behavior, a born behavior, or behavior that was placed upon one by some circumstances. So what he is doing in his subliminal mind is crying out for help, but he is reenacting what's going on in Hollywood.
On the real. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this question right here. What would be the difference from the young homies, them young brothers, the Crips, Bloods, Hispanics, or however you want to identify that group? What would be the difference from they suffering and the excuse me? What would be the difference from their suffering and from them committing genocide on each other than what he committed with the act that he did? Because both of them are suffering from the same platform mentally.
Regardless of what they're suffering from, let me tell you something that you said in the beginning of your conversation. We're living in a quite literal society. Regardless of what people in the prognosis is, regardless, each individual that's on this earth has a group of integrated parts causing a common purpose of performing the operations called for in the program being executed. So when you have this type of programming in your mind, you start reenacting and executing a subliminal thought predicated on reality-based situations. So what the hidden hand wants you to do is to point to the brother's sexuality, or to point to his preponderance, or his propensity to lie. But what it is, if you take a deeper look at the DNA interrupted structure of this individual, then you can get to the preventive measures that you can prevent this from happening in the future. But until we do that, we're going to concentrate on the probabilities and not the possibilities.
Okay. And I understand that, and I get that part right there, right? But what I'm saying is, what's the difference from what he did and what we're doing with each other's by committing genocide on each other, by killing each other over red and blue?
There's no difference. What the question today is, which one will survive? Freedom, justice, and equality, or slavery, suffering, and death?
Okay.
Come on now, bring it home.
Okay.
Bring it home.
Okay. And I feel you on that. Let me ask you this question right here, because, Malik, you got a lot of young brothers out there that's suffering, not just him, you know what I'm saying, because it's way bigger than him. You feel what I'm saying? He just a part of one of the problems and shit that's been exposed due to his celebrity status. But let's drift away from this cat and really drift to the root of the problem of our own community, where our community is suffering from these unsenseless killings and shit that don't really need to take place, but however, due to it's a fad.
Dr. Blinky, I'm at a red light in planetism, but let me get to your point, because I'm a narcissistic prognosticator predicated on my own self-experiences.
On the real.
Let me tell you what it is. It's a learned behavior. And when you have a learned behavior that was taught to you as a baby, taught to eat the wrong food.
It's a nigga on here speaking no type of language.
When you was taught to hate yourself, and every time you see somebody that look like you, you decide to do the same crime. Whether you hang a black man, shoot a black man, sell him drugs, kill a black woman, disrespect her, sell her drugs, whatever you do on the scale of inertia in the eyes of God, you have violated the principles of all humanity. So there's no particular subject matter that we can concentrate on that'll come up with a simple solution, because there's no simple solutions, only intelligent choices. And when you find a dirty glass, you put a clean one beside it. That's the only thing that we can do, because to pick this moose apart like vultures, we'll be here for 1,000 years. We have to look at the whole enchilada. And the enchilada is that we was brought to America and we was introduced to the wrong behavior by somebody that's not familiar with our culture and didn't have our best interests in mind.
Right. Mm-hmm. On the real.
Hey, on the real.
It's a learned behavior. Whether you pitching or you batting, it's still baseball. 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the next. Water only seeks its own level.
On the real. And look, and before G-Lew take over, let me ask you this question right here then. What was it that it took you, I'm talking about you, Malik, from the time that you was incarcerated until you entered back into society? Where was it that turning point became when you allowed yourself to become not just conscious, but live the consciousness that you understand that's going on in today's society to try to overcome the barrier and the diversity that we as young black men are held hostage on?
Well, that's a great question, and you are one of the most studious individuals that I've ever had the opportunity to converse with on this platform that pertains to the perspectives of human behavior and that of the mindset of a black man in America. The first thing that happened to me is that a bitch gave me some bread and introduced me to another level because there's life out there. The second thing that happened is that I had to go back to the knowledge of myself and realize that my parents told me, against all odds, son, every second of your life, every time you go to piss, shit, fuck, break a bitch, drive, look out for the homeless, that you have to be thinking about God. Because there's no power on earth bigger than God. Then you got to realize that it's lonely at the top, but the view is great.
On the real. Hey, Malik, I want to ask you, you somewhat answered it, but on your transition to becoming who you are and what you do, where did you get all this ism from, sir?
Well, that's a good question. I suffer from a mild case of bipolarism, multiple personality, right. ADD, and you know, I'm a true manifestation of what they call real poverty. Grew up in the projects all my life, but when a bitch showed me Saks Fifth Avenue and that black card and them jets and showed me my wealth they stole from me and told me that I was God on earth and showed me that you can accept the challenge, the change. Because, see, it's two things I want you to know. Malik is in the movement with his people. But Dawid is still in the streets selling PCP and carrying AK or kill your ass. But Malik is still in the people with the struggle. So I got multiple personalities.
So let me ask you this. So is it safe to say that you are a doctor and a patient?
No,
because
I am a motherfucking mental institution on wheels.
All right, brother. All right, brother. I'm trying to be serious, but yeah, all right, brother. All right, and I can understand that. And you know what, Malik, I could truly understand that because the way today's society is, man, not only you got to have a mental hospital on wheels, but you have to be the patient as well as the doctor because you don't know what it is the day may serve you, you know. And being that you are your own mental institution on wheels and shit, right? Where do you split the two to where that the Malik that's in the struggle and the brother that's in the struggle? By you teaching one thing and saying another by calling women bees and stuff like that, you don't think that would diffuse the message of what it is that you're trying to really serve to the people as Malik?
I'm 61. I'm damn near 61, so I got to take it in doses. First of all, when I call in, I don't call no bees. I call a bitch a bitch. Let's start right there. Okay. I'm listening to you. Right, go ahead.
Dr. Ism.
Second of all, because I take a dirty glass and put a clean one beside it, that don't mean I'm drinking out that clean motherfucker myself.
Mm-hmm.
The worst war that I'm ever had with anything on this earth is with my motherfucking self, and 99% of the time when I'm talking to y'all, I'm asking y'all to bear witness with my mental illness and to extrapolate some of my experiences and to see if you can identify the pain that I'm hiding from the police raping my mama when I was a baby, from my motherfucking millionaire stepfather getting murdered by my brother in the streets, from my other brother doing 20 years, from my sister that's dying on her motherfucking feet, from the fact that I've never had nowhere to live in my entire life. So when you see a motherfucker living in his own Hollywood, if you don't like that channel, turn the motherfucker. Go to direct, because it's Spectrum over here.
But hold on. It's not the thing that a person may not like the channel.
Urban Talk Radio.
We know that. We know that, but metaphorically speaking, hold on, because I'm running out of weed. Let me say this to you real quick. If you can attend 350 gang-related funerals and knock at the door of some of these 14-year-old mothers and then watch my dad sleep on that concrete every night and get brothers that's calling me from prison that's been in there as long as my kids been on the earth, I got another vernacular for a motherfucker. From science to biology to politics. So there's nothing under the spectrum that God hasn't blessed me to say out of my mouth. But you speak to the people in the language in which they understand. Because they'll hold me accountable for saying bitch, but they're not going to hold that rapper accountable. They're not going to hold that slave master accountable. That's cute.
Okay, but now let me say this right here. And you're right, and I feel you. And the reason why I said that is because of this here. You know, I know you from being up in the cell with you and me and you sitting talking. So I have come to terms to understand Malik and the other brother that you speak that's up inside the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I was speaking on is this right here. And before I get on to that, I want to say this right here. Me as an individual, I don't use the word be because that, you know what I'm saying, I was birthed from the birth givers of this nation, of which was a woman, which is my mother. And for me to degrade another woman by calling her a B word, I feel within my own self that I would be degrading and disrespecting my parents. Now, what it is that you go through, you have that right and you have that opinion to do what you want to do. Now, moving forward on the other aspect is to where that being that I'm knowing how tight you are and I'm knowing how sharp you are and I'm knowing how educated that you are. This is not something that I just come to terms to understand. I became...
Okay, let me help you. Hold on, stop right there, and you can give me chapter 2 in a second. First of all, a wise man can play the part of a fool, but a fool can't play the part of a wise man. And my mama, when that bitch drug me through the projects and didn't accept the challenge of change and was whooping my ass and hanging me from shit, I still loved her. When a black man acting like a nigga, you're not a black man, you're a nigga. When you're not acting like a black woman, you acting like a bitch, you're a bitch. So it applies to those who can accept it, and it applies to those who can reject it, but at the end of the day, I got your attention. See, it's called bait. It's bait. Because there's somebody right now that's listening to say, what that stupid motherfucker don't say next. But I can also switch vernaculars and tell you that the earth weighs 6 billion tons, followed by 21 ciphers. The sun is 853,000 miles in diameter, heats up 9 planets simultaneously. I can also tell you that I can think thoughts that come to thought that shall come to pass. I can also tell you that the black man's brain weighs 6.6 ounces and the black woman's brain weighs another amount. So there's nothing else on this planet that I can't identify with, but this is the G-Lew show.
Right.
And we got a motherfucker right now that's mad at this bitch. And you know why you ain't used that word right there like that? There's 2 reasons, really 3. The one you stipulated with your mom, that's your preference. The fact you ain't been around no bitches.
No.
And you ain't seen that behavior of a bitch.
No. But, however, that's
until
your
you get
opinion.
around some of these hoes,
until
you get around some of these hoes, whether they black, green, white, or brown, and you see what these bitches do to a nigga out here, to see a bitch send me to penitentiary. I'm talking about that hoe. I ain't talking about that dot. I'm talking about the T-Knots, that nigga over there. The T-Knot. I got some for his ass, too. So I got some for Thot, and I got some for T-Knot. Because T-Knot don't do shit.
Right.
So you get around these hoes, and you get around these bitches, and then you go around your queen and see the difference, and you be like, man, that bitch is not going to be around me.
I mean,
hey, hold on, Blink. Hold on. Before we continue, hold on right quick. I want to give a pause for the cause. Give a shout out to our sponsors, 93.2 FMism, Black Box Productions. And I want to also, everybody, we have a lot of callers out there listening in. If you want to speak and add anything to the conversation, you can press 1 and we'll bring you in. That'll let me know you want to speak and you're in the queue. So I just want to give a pause for the cause and acknowledge the callers, our congregation, and people in the forum and abroad on the internet. If you're not called in, you're listening across the world in England somewhere or in Africa. We appreciate your participation in this communication that we're bringing you, and we hope this information can help you better your situation and get you to your proper destination. This is the G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesdays, Progressive Urban Talk Radio, with my panel, Malik Spellman, a.k.a. Dr. Ism, Jaron Brignac, paralegal, and proclaimed author and publisher, Big Gotty, a.k.a. Soldier Chop. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Okay. And Malik, I understand that. And I was also taught this right here. Never argue with the teacher. You can agree or disagree with the teacher. And that's one thing I ain't going to never do. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm trying to get you to understand on my aspect and my point of view is this right here, is that your intelligence and your wisdom is most needed, not only in society. Look, excuse me for a minute. Not only in society, but as well as those that's listening to you, that's young homies that's out in the streets, like I was saying, that's committing genocide on each other, just like you were speaking.
Yeah, I did fuck with them punk ass. He's just doing punk shit. I understand what you're saying, young man. He out there, them young niggas out there fucking with them punk ass hoes, and they respecting their queen and home, their mama. Them niggas I'm talking
but
to.
Wait
absolutely.
But let me say this, and by you saying that, you are correct by saying that, okay, you haven't been around a female to understand her.
You ain't been around no bitches.
He said you around the whole. Blink didn't like that.
You ain't been around
no,
no
I didn't like that at all. I ain't liking that at all. Nah, nigga, don't be attacked to my career.
Blink ain't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. On real. And then the cool thing about it, he know I didn't like that. You feel what I'm saying? Hit me with that sucker shit. Fuck wrong with that. Yeah, man, I ain't liking that bullshit, man. That's that sucker shit. But look,
hey, G-Lew. You know, Blinky told me one day. He said, you know what's wrong with you, Malik? I said, what? He said, man, you suffer from narcissism, man. Niggas call me a narcissist. Yeah. But Blink, let me tell you what it is, bro. It's called tough love. And I'm talking to a multitude of people because our people have been through a multitude of crises. That's what it is, Blink. And you know why I get away with it like that? Because I do the motherfucking work.
On the real. And that's what I'm talking about right there, Malik. Only thing I'm saying is this shit.
Fuck the talk. I do the work. I get out of this motherfucker and do the work, baby. That's the difference.
No.
See, when you talk that talk and you walk that walk, fuck the talk. I've got in these streets fucking with the homeless. I'm about to house 150 black people. I done sold black dick to bury black babies. I done did several hundred gang truces. I done walked away from my children and came home my son gangbanging while I'm out here trying to stop gangbanging. I do the motherfucking work.
On the real. And well, I don't just want to make this about me and you, Malik. You know what I'm saying? Because it is other people on the panel. It is about me and you because I'm your student. Listen, I'm your student, young man. You got to listen. Don't argue with the student. Don't argue with the student. Don't argue with the student. I'm not going to argue with the student. We may
man sharpen man like steel sharpen steel. but you teaching me. You teaching me, but in the same course, we are arguing in the best of ways.
No, I get that part because it is other people on the panel, but I would like to say this right here. Everything you're saying is correct, and it has a great deal of substance to it, right? And yeah, I know I've been tucked away for a minute and I ain't been saying a lot of things, but however, my mind haven't been enslaved in prison for all these years. Just the physical aspect of my body.
Do they got a guard in there, a female that's a bitch that don't like nobody that ain't fair? Then you been around a bitch.
No, say that again. I didn't hear you. Say that again.
If you got a guard or employee in there that's an evil motherfucker that just gets people fucked up, that's the hell I'm talking about.
Well, okay, now.
Hey, it's a whole lot and a whole lot more. Hey, but check it out. Malik and Blink.
I'm trying to stay strong for the women. I'm trying to stay strong for the sisters.
They got you, homie. I'm sure the sisters that are listening, they appreciate it. But out here in the world, there's a lot of women, I believe, as well, Blink, that understand the difference, though, too. You know what I mean? Women know that they're women, and bitches know they're bitches. You know what I mean? Excuse my French if I'm offending anybody, but a lot of women out here know the difference as well. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's being taken that way, and I think the women that are listening right now across the world understand that you're taking up for them, Blink, so they appreciate it, and you know what I mean. But let me do this before we continue on. Let me open up the panel, man, because we got some more gentlemen on the show. We got the homie Gotty, who's dealing with the same circumstances that Blink is. You know what I mean? We have JB, Jaron Brignac, who's advanced from those situations, is now out here in the free world making positive things and doing things to further his career and to help the homies behind the walls as well. So let me open up the panel and ask the homies if they got anything to add to this situation that, you know, is taking a lot of different turns, man. But it's entertaining. It's entertaining, educational as well. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna open up the panel.
What's going on with it, G-Lew?
What's up, man? Big Gotty, what's happening?
Oh, man, I'm just chilling, man. Listening, laughing, man. Enjoying the show, man. I'm enjoying the show. All type of people inboxing me talking about that, huh?
But anything you want to add to this?
No, I mean I see it from both point of views, right? Malik, what he was talking about, I mean, it probably was a little over the top, but I agree to what he was getting at. Like, he's just raw and uncut. He ain't been in no corners. He getting straight and direct to it. And then I understand where Blink coming from, because I feel like that about my mom. So, and of course she's a queen, so it's the same way. But like you said, people dealing with the streets. I mean, the women on the streets, they do things and carry themselves a certain way to make you, you know,
and there's women,
get at them like
and
that.
Women, and you know, these women out here today, most of them, I'm gonna say not all of them, about 7 out of 10, they talk to each other in that lingo. They call each other bitch. Hey, bitch.
They crazy as a motherfucker.
But when you call them a bitch, it's different. But they talk like that, though, Blink. They call each other bitches.
Right. And I'm not taking away from that. They look, man. Oh man, look. Out of 100%, trust me, 25 of them is crazy as a motherfucker, and the other 25 got some other issues. I'm just trying to break it down all the way into 100 because the other 25.
Okay. Well, let me hear what you got to say. Yeah, let me hear what you got to say because I might have to say something to say about this.
No, because see, the way that I was gonna say it was this right here. You know, you got 25 of them, like Malik was saying. You know, they got their own asylum within their own self. You know what I'm saying? That they don't even understand. They so fucked up they can't even fuck with their goddamn self. And then you got the other 25 and shit, man, to where that they're so emotional distorted to which that they can't even fathom any goddamn thing that's going on. And then you got the other 50%, man, to which that they're trying to make a struggle and make a come back to which that you got to understand the woman is the backbone, used to be the backbone for the black man. However, now that's what I'm saying. However, now they're getting on that level to where that they're overcoming the diversity that they were suffering from through Jim Crow era. You know what I'm saying? Being raped and being hijacked and all that old madness and stuff. So I'm not going.
Another thing. Let me add this right quick, not to cut you off and let you continue. Another thing, speaking on the black woman, I just want to add on to this is what's going on. As I just said, they still are the backbone, meaning that 80% of households are single parent, mother raises the kid, right? Which they still do. So, but the only difference is now the mother has conformed to, whereas like you just said, they were the strong backbone. We were raised, mom was like, we respected everything, you know what I mean? And she'll get your ass and all that. But nowadays, it's conformed to where the women love their kids so much and they don't know how, like this different generation really don't know how to raise, especially boys, correctly, to where the kids overtake the household and they're in control a lot of the times. And the women can't control the kids anymore, boys or girls. And it's a different, and they're being friends too much more, so opposed to being mothers. You know what I mean? And knowing the difference. Go ahead. I just want to add that.
G-Lew.
What up, Malik?
G-Lew. Short and sweet like bear meat. Let me say this real quick. First and foremost, this is no place for beginners or people with sensitive hearts.
I know that's right. Wait a minute, Malik, hold on. I gotta say this. That's one of the most beautiful things that you probably could have just said tonight that touched my soul, because by me becoming your student at the age of 19 years old, the one thing that I have come to terms to understand is that if a person is dealing with emotions or real sensitive, he can't mess with me, because I don't know what type of filth may come out my mouth, and it may disturb you or it may rub you the wrong way. So I don't want you to think that.
No, but you can never rub me the wrong way because you're my brother. But let me tell you something just for the record. The bitch Sade told me that in her song.
On the real.
Dr. Ism. We proceed to give you what you need. And now tune in.
I don't know what to do with my motherfucking life other than to be the nigga that I am. I don't understand none of this shit. I don't get none of this shit because I'm scrambled like eggs. So I'm just trying to tell a motherfucker it's like toilet paper thrown in the boy's bathroom on the wall. Nigga, where did it throw there with stick it stick? If it don't stick, it don't stick. Fuck all that other shit. We got to get to the roots of civilization around this motherfucker. Respect her, get back in town and get a nigga what he's supposed to do. Fuck all that shit. Because every nigga that's in the bathroom with me talking about, man, that bitch getting on my nerves. I ain't talking about no motherfucking black woman. I ain't talking about Nefertiti. I ain't talking about my grandma. I'm talking about that bitch that you know what you're doing, you Statue of Liberty asshole. That quarter-horse hoe. That bitch that ran off with a nigga, that ratted on a nigga. Because see, the only bitch that ever stayed down with a nigga in jail is the Statue of Liberty, and she cracking up.
On the real. She lost her blindfold.
She caught up in this motherfucking net of distinguishing a bitch between a hoe and a hoe between a motherfucker that'll go. Bitch, you know what I'm talking to, hoe.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, what if the situation was reversed and a woman was like, well, I don't give a fuck about a punk-ass nigga. A nigga can't do a motherfucking thing for me.
They do that too.
This and that.
They doing that too.
You know what I'm saying? So it becomes
you know what that's called? Listen to me, brother.
Off-balance society.
Listen to me, brother.
That's how they talk too, homie. That's how they talk out here.
Listen to me, brother. First of all, we live in a gender-free society. Okay? We live in a gender-free society. You can walk in any bathroom you want to. That's your preference. That's the first thing. Second of all, really, if I can switch frequencies, that's really showing me the passion I have for my people because I really love my folks.
Right.
And there's no nigga that can come on this radio that can spit the vernacular that God gave my motherfucking ass, because I can go any way you want to go and praise the black woman and take any nigga's bitch that's listening. So I put that shit on autopilot and let you niggas get this ism just so you can keep your bitch.
Because when I take that hoe from you, you're going to be like, bitch, you shouldn't have did it. So I save you the trip. I save you the verbal and mental gymnastics of fucking with this
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the Ism Report. Dr. Ism Malik Spellman on the Real Productions. And before we continue on, right, we got Malik and the panel, Jaron Brignac, attorney, paralegal, the author, Soldier Chalk. We want to break this down as well, get into this topic, Malik, and that is transitioning from prison to society. And I want Malik and Blink, to take this because you guys started together back in the day behind those walls. And Malik is out here now. JB is out here. But what can we take about this topic tonight, and where can we start and where can we get into it at? Because, we're well deep in the show. So let's just get to that, Blink.
Well, I was looking at it, me personally, I understand everything Malik is saying. And that's my boy. I fucks with him and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I want the world to which he don't give a fuck because it has nothing to do with him. Anything that doesn't have anything to do with him, he can give a right ass how people perceive it or accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that.
That's talking about homelessness for my people, gang violence, and some more shit get niggas out of jail. If a motherfucker ain't think about that, I could give a rat's ass and then they can suck a fat baby dick at Macy's window 9 o'clock in the morning. Free my motherfucking people. Get my niggas off the curb. Until then, you get this raw hamburger meat Parmesan on a bitch.
On the real, okay, and that's cool. On the real, that's cool, and that's how we gotta look at it. Cause ain't nobody gonna change you, and we feel you and all that. But however, like G-Lew said, Malik, me and you started this out. You know what I'm saying? You fucked with me as a young nigga when I was 18, fresh up in that motherfucker. Didn't understand the seed of a thought that goes through my mind to understand the internal issues that I was suffering from within myself at a young age to become a grown man growing up before his time in a platform of other grown men that I had no understanding to, coming in with hormone issues within myself and my mental thoughts that I can't even fathom until I came into you, until I became one of your students. And by me understanding you as a teacher, only thing I was saying was this right here. I want the people to understand what I see up in you. You should understand, because some people may just judge you, which I know you don't give a fuck about them judging you, but may judge you for the things that you say and think that you're really serious about them things. But see, I know and seen the humbleness of who Malik Spellman, the ism, really is from a time when you was a young man and I was even younger and you was giving it to me. You see what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that I look at, and I know I may be outdated. Nigga, I've been down 3 goddamn decades and 2 fucking years. Who wouldn't be out of touch? I don't know a lot of things that you see out there every day, but however, my mind is not enslaved, and I know that there's a better way, because by me being a real motherfucking gang member from the fucking streets of the gutter of this bullshit that we once called Crips and Bloods and all that, and now became a whole different person that has transitioned into my original self as the black man, and understanding who I am as a strong man, mentally incarcerated, that haven't not became institutionalized, but became stronger with God's spirit, energy, wealth, and understanding. I want you to tell me, how does a brother go from that to this? You feel me?
Nigga, hey Blink, you got some long ass breath. Hey, you got a long. Hey Blink, nigga Blink got some long breath. You and that nigga JB, man. But just let me get off. I'm just bullshitting. Go ahead, Malik.
You know how you do it? Let me tell you what you can do. I'm gonna make it short for you. You know what you do? As you've done for unfortunately for many years, go stand near that visiting area and look at one of them idiots who Brawl didn't show up, and he's going to say, man, that bitch didn't show up.
But that has nothing to do with me. And
Malik,
that has
he fucking
nothing to do with
you.
what I'm
He fucking with you. Hey,
Oh,
he
okay.
fucking with
Yeah,
you.
that has
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I said go stand near the visiting area. Look at one of them motherfucking idiots. And he gonna say, man, that bitch stuck me shit me all day.
Man.
Hey man,
Malik, on some serious shit. Malik, on some serious shit, man. Come on, man, on some real life serious shit. Because this is the thing right here, Malik.
Hold on, man. I understand. That had nothing to do with me, man.
Hey, G-Lew, you know I like to get them started. You better go to a commercial for the FCC we calling this motherfucker. Cause it's a bitch when they call it cancel nigga show.
Hey,
Play that Johnny Get Y'all Watching. Ain't that a bitch? Play that Johnny Get Y'all Watching. Ain't that a bitch? You understand what I'm talking about? Something else going on.
We'll take a pause for the cause and pay some bills. We'll be right back in this entertaining episode, transitioning from the pen to society with my panel, Big Gotty, Blink, Malik Spellman, and Jaron Brignac. We'll be right back, man.
Shout out to all y'all. They have me on there Westside Wednesdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Y'all already know, man. Oh, shout out to my boy Blink, too, once again.
Man, what up, Slim? Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm just, man, watching this basketball game with the folks. And this is real hip-hop with G-Lew.
Yes, sir. Shout out to G-Lew too, man, for keeping it cracking for us, man, and keeping things going, man. Definitely all love.
What's up, Twig? What you doing, man? What you been doing, Twig? Man, I'm doing this oldie show, man, every Thursday night, religiously, man, to try to bring back all these R&B legends that got passed over back in the day.
Right.
To me, it kind of matters. The best thing I know is music. I mean, we always raised on them oldies, so I figure, man, I'm trying to be the next Art LeBeau if possible. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, real low rider oldies Thursday nights, man. But my Wednesdays, all right. I spend with G-Lew. I spend my Sundays with G-Lew and my Wednesdays with G-Lew. So he got to give me his Thursdays, you know? Beautiful time.
You back live with the G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesdays, the transition episode with my special guest, OG Blink, Jaron Brignac, the homie Big Gotty, proclaimed author, publisher, and Dr. Ism Malik Spellman, live from Planet Ism, always coming in with the fresh Ism report, and bringing a different perspective to the show, Progressive Urban Talk Radio here. Every week, every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, 10 to 12 Eastern, and on Sunday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. as well. Shout out to Flossie B, Hank Norman. We're back with my panel, special guest, Blink, man. We back with it, man. What's going on? Shout out to the callers as well, man. If you want to speak, press 1, but we'll give a shout out to everybody listening across the world, online and on the phone with us. Phone lines are lit up. We appreciate the support. Blink, go ahead, Blink.
Man, also, man, you know, I most definitely, man, got to give shout out to that cat Ice Cube, man. You know, I got a lot of respect for that brother, not only for the things that he do, man, is the things that he do for my comrade up there on that shelf, man. And, you know, I appreciate him, man, for even giving my comrade that energy and that time to be all up in his ear, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, Uno, man, nigga ain't got nothing but love up there for you and shit, man. You will be out there in a minute, man. We gonna be back together. But on that note, though, like I was saying earlier and shit, man, you know, G-Lew, like I was like you know, me and Malik been up in that war room, man, up in that Folsom and shit, man. And you know, man, that brother used to be serving me with them jewels and shit. Had my young ass on that top bunk, man, with my pen and my paper in my motherfucking hands, man, as he call it right now, writing down them isms and shit, man. And the only thing that I be wanting the brother, man, from my own personal experience and my own personal outlook of the world is that I don't really believe a lot of the viewers in society really got a chance to see the Malik that I know. You know what I'm saying? Right. The man that got them hidden jewels from the tombs of the Egyptian caves and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And from the Egyptian pyramids and all that old kind of things and stuff like that. The paragraphs all on the walls of the... Huh?
Right. Now, I was going to say on the flip side, though, I would say that I know that... like you said, contrary to what, you know, we're going on tonight and talking shit and all that, you know, the homies put in the work, you know what I mean, for years and years. Everybody on the streets knows him for the work he's done and put in. We even had a guest a couple weeks ago, the homie Cubone from Broadway, who gave accounts and stories back when they were doing the Hands Across Watts and the Peace Treaty, where they didn't even accept Malik at first. Malik was put in the work, but homie said, "Where you from? Like, we got to know." You need more people, like they say. So Malik, you know, Malik has proven himself and been out there putting in the work and has touched a lot of people across the board. You know, like everybody we pretty much had on the show knows Malik personally. You know what I mean? So I know the brother has put in his work, and like you said again, contrary to what you know we do on the show and talk a lot of shit and what the people may perceive, the homie has done the work and is a real staple in the community.
A real advocate.
Yes, sir.
He's a real advocate, and I'm not going to take that away from him. See, with me, I don't know, is it because of not my mental incarceration, but my physical incarceration? I take things serious. I'm a real serious cat, And the way how I'm seeing things and the way that I'm looking at things is that by me once being a member of a gang and a part of the community, it don't really have nothing. It don't really have nothing to do with how much work a person put in against how much work a person doesn't put in. With me, it has to do with that. My transformation as a gang member, and I'm not just saying that a gang member that was just accepted, a gang member that changed some of the regulations that a lot of these young brothers is taking up right now. You know what I'm saying? To which that I was in the trenches of that whole movement that didn't understand what it was that I was suffering from mentally as a blood in South Central LA, to where I thought these things was real cool and real on point to go across town and kill another man just because that man had on blue. You know what I'm saying? These is the things that I'm talking about, the internal suffering that we must deal with and must understand what these young brothers is going through out there. And the only way that a person can really understand the suffering and the internal trauma that a lot of these young brothers go through if you experience and live that lifestyle. See, it's one thing to put in work, but it's another thing to be a part of that lifestyle and really get in the trenches of what these young brothers really out there do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not normal, man, to drive by and hang out your window and kill people. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in that mind frame, when you allow yourself to be in that mind frame and you're out that window and you got, well, they got AKs out there, man. When I was out there, shit, they had shotguns. You feel what I'm saying? But however the case may be, they got brothers out there hanging out the windows with them guns. And when you shoot them at that other rival member, you're thinking that that's something of the norm. You see what I'm saying? And if a person don't tap in the depths of that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Because until you can put in work to understand what it is that a person thinks that does that and take that empowerment out that person, then I could say, oh yeah, you out there putting in that work. Because just out there, and I'm not taking nothing away from Malik or nothing away from none of them other brothers. What I'm trying to get at is this right here. My transformation as a gang member, as being incarcerated for 3 goddamn decades plus 2 years, and now understand the trauma and the ripple effect that I created in society by not understanding who I was as a black man in America with no understanding of the rules and regulations, but understanding the street knowledge in the game of what it is that I emulated through my big homies. And that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I understand. And we can bring Malik in for a rebuttal, or we got a Gotty out there and Jaron. Anybody wants to add? I'm gonna step away for us 1 second. I'm gonna let you guys have it though. I'm gonna pour me a drink. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I so humbly accept your verbal dissertation. But as I stipulated beyond a shadow of a doubt with all the points and authorities of the law under my thumb, I said unequivocally that a wise man can play the part of a fool, but a fool cannot play the part of a wise man. So, with that being said, when you making cocaine and you rocking up dope or cooking PCP like I used to do, any part of life, whether it be making children, whether it making narcotics, gang activity, whatever, there has to be a breakdown before there's a build-up. It's called the calm before the storm, the rude awakening, the bare truth. Okay? So when you get these type of elements, and you have a person that has to speak to the people in the language in which they understand, perhaps what we are talking about in this discussion does not apply to you because you've reached a level of consciousness where you don't have to be taught that particular lesson. So in the process of us being mostly raised by females, a lot of times we do our Dr. Dreism and we be into our feelings and our emotions because we raised by women. So that's the easiest way to go is through your lower self. So when a brother like me get on there and say bitch with sharp-edged cheese, just because I don't get a gold chain and a platinum plaque and say blow the whistle, that don't mean that I'm guilty of a crime. I'm just getting your attention. So in the process of each one teach one, and I've learned so much from you,
I am a product of that environment because I have done some of those things that you have mentioned, and I'm not proud of it because wearing a war badge crime is not an honor that I want to be part of. So what I'm telling you is this. There's advanced learning to this institution. And when you get out in these streets and you run across a situation where you got to check a bitch, you got that in your arsenal, part of what we taught each other and what I taught you. So everything comes in step stages and degrees. Nothing happens coincidentally. So we're not talking about no bitch like in a disrespectful sense. We're talking about ain't that a bitch in the sense of why this life and the stuff that was a taught behavior to us that we reenact when we're doing art imitating life. So if you look at the philosophical perspective of what I was saying, and again extrapolate the fact that we have talked about gentrification, incarceration, and probation, then the other shit that you throw on the wall don't stick. Because there's a mother on here that's a black woman, and she's listening, but she's drawn from the truth because we're factoring. But she has to accept the fact that this is the G-Lew show / Urban Network Progressive Radio.
Progressive Urban Talk Radio. Yes, sir.
So sometimes when we get, and when I get into my feelings and I'm talking to myself and I'm speaking aloud where you can hear, I'm not necessarily talking to you this day because you did your homework. I'm talking to the student that didn't. But because we so used to getting distracted, because remember the beginning of my thesis was distraction.
You're right.
So you have to let it be a sting to your chest and a reminder to your conscience. Remove the excess and then pull the rock cocaine out and leave the baking soda at the bottom.
And that's all I wanted from you right there, brother. That's all I wanted from you, man.
That's all you got.
I didn't want nothing. That's all.
You just got an advanced rendition. You got an advanced rendition. You got an advanced rendition on how to handle a bitch when you get up out of there. You just don't have to apply right now.
We go. On the real. See, the thing is, I ain't trying to pull my parachute on your ass.
I got 8 gears in my McLaren, but I don't have to use all the motherfuckers. I know they're there.
On the real.
Okay.
Hey, let me ask you a question, man.
Are you tracking me?
Hey. I'm trending, brother.
Are you tracking me?
Man, I'm all over you, and I'm feeling you because I was about to pull my parachute,
but are you tracking me, though? Are you tracking me? Tenfold, Roger. Are you tracking me, though?
I'm tracking, man.
I'm
tracking you. I'm all over you.
Let's track back there. Let's track back there.
That's why I want to ask you this question right here, on the real, because that's a tenfold, good buddy. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to ask you this question right here. When you first seen me, and the day I stepped foot up inside your prison, the day I stepped foot inside the prison cell that held both of us up inside there, right? What was it in your mind, right, that you seen in me to make you want to take time out of your schedule and your letter writing and your communicating with your family to help me out to become the man that I am right now today?
Because what I seen in you was a mirror, was myself. And if I accepted the challenge to change myself, I seen a reflection of you with me with no prejudice. I didn't hold you accountable for your actions or where you was from. All I knew was that you was me. So when I seen you, you was one of the most studious students in the world. You had hands. You was courageous. You was anti. What is the word that they use? Anti-establishment dysenterialism. No, sir. Anti-establishment dysenterialism. And your motherfucking ass had a message that I knew that at some point you was going to spiritually and verbally regurgitate to some individual. Because when I seen you, I was talking to myself. When I just told you about a bitch, I was talking to myself because at the beginning of my humble dissertation, because my sincerities are my credentials, I told you unequivocally that I'm suffering from a prognosis. I said, peep the prognosis.
Oh, and I heard you, and I see you ain't gonna let us get away from that situation. So I heard you, and that's a tenfold, buddy. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm a trend like me on that.
Tracking.
Hey, hey, gentlemen of the panel, before we continue on, we got the homies on the panel, Soldier Chalk and the homie Jaron Brignac, paralegal at law, and we just want to open up the panel a little bit because this shit done turned into the Malik and Blink gets some shit off their chest. They going at it, boy, and it's like Blink got to get all his off, and Malik is gonna stand his ground. So we got a situation here up on the level 4, the level 3. You know, we got a situation.
Hey, G-Lew, you know what you call that?
Chop?
You call that a hostage takeover. You call that a hostage takeover. Blink good for that. That's a hostage takeover. He should be.
Okay.
On the real.
Okay, there it is. On the real. You know what I mean? So we want to open it up a little bit because this shit, you know, we took it there tonight and it's there, you know, and it's shit, you know, that has to be spoken about and attended to. So we understand that, you know. So I don't know what we're doing right now. We can continue with the top, but I just want to bring the homies in. You know, we got Jaron out there and homie Chalk. I just, you know, want them you know, to have a part of the panel as well, man, if it's anything they didn't want to speak on. You know what I mean? But I know y'all niggas got some long breath, so I know if JB take over, he gonna take over that shit as well. So I just want to even it all out. You know what I mean? Everybody get theirs in, you know, because it's
hey, G-Lew, you know the solution to that? You know the solution to having scientists on your show? Bring on some idiots. We got a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. You get 100 idiots on here, it's gonna be the equivalent of one Blinky. Bring on some motherfucking idiot. Don't be on there fasting about no real shit. How the fuck you gonna say you got long-winded on there? You on the radio for 3 hours. Niggas got shit to do. Niggas have cell phones in their hand and sitting in the motherfucking car talk about some shit. And you got the audacity to think about a long wind and a motherfucker doing no job. Niggas bring on some idiot. What the fuck are you doing? You really got a long wind with that bullshit. You need to take your real car back. We doing your motherfucking show. Nigga, next week we gonna take a ride, nigga. Turn the corner. So next time, motherfucker, we won't call it. Nigga, bring us some motherfucking idiot. You ain't sick, nigga, from getting your ass on your ass too. Nigga, that's some bitch shit right there. You tell a real nigga. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? You gonna have the audacity to tell a nigga that they long with and niggas been in jail long periods of time? What the fuck did you think about?
Okay.
Nigga,
hey, motherfucker, I was taking up for your punk ass. I was taking up for your punk ass minutes. Hey, Blink,
next week you be on this motherfucker talking to your motherfucking self. Niggas gonna say you got long when we be on it for 3 hours by yourself. You better be quiet, nigga, and let these niggas talk. The fuck you do, nigga? You ain't big quiet, nigga.
Okay.
You are nigga. Nigga, next week, I'm giving your ass a sound bite. Play a record. Turn the corner, nigga.
On the real.
My motherfucking reputation on the line, trying to like my motherfucking people, concentrating on your shit, fucking off a mama claim with the windows foggy, and a nigga say long win. Nigga, we ain't winning that goddamn long.
Nigga, I'm saying because I want other people to be able to.
I don't give a fuck what you say. My window's foggy than a motherfucker. Nigga, commercial break, yeah, nigga. You the one driving this motherfucker. You got the ball in this shit going. Calling Blink color ass. What the fuck are you doing? We out of breath. Damn, coach. Call halftime. Time out. Any motherfucking thing.
Get up for your ass.
Nigga, next week your ass getting a sound bite, nigga. The G-Lew show. Take a ride.
Oh, man.
I want to go in the house and fuck up in my bitch and smoke my weed and shoot my heroin. You talking about long way, nigga? I've been wanting this shit to go up 2 hours ago.
Oh, man, I got to take my shirt off. I done got hot. Oh, man.
Hey.
No, nigga, you done your show done got hot. And now we short with this motherfucker. You gonna be down there with KJA come back that way. Don't you never tell your motherfucking client to take a long week. You for 3 long weeks, nigga, and we ain't one shit. Nigga still in jail. I'm in a phony ass car. Another nigga waiting.
trying to get other people. Hey, I'm trying to get
show
other
3
people.
hours, nigga. We didn't put the 3 hour time limit on it. The G-Lew show, where they doing it at? They talk too goddamn long way, nigga. Next week, nigga, the G-Lew show, that's it.
All right, Malik. All right, Malik. Hey, Malik, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that on my show. On my show, you gonna come and crown me on my show.
I'll put a restraining order on your ass. I see your muscles, nigga. I'll put a restraining order on you.
On the real.
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch, Blink? The niggas don't say we long win. Ain't that a bitch? Did we just talk about that type shit?
Well, you know, man, I'm like I say, man, you know, hey, man,
we don't say shit. That's long win. Be quiet.
Hey, but you know what though?
I was trying to make
everybody enjoyed this show.
I was trying to
you know what though, man? The most.
I ain't taking none of G-Lew calls for 2 weeks.
On the real.
Nigga told us we long when we sit in this motherfucking tent. Two niggas in a tent in Compton, we long winning.
I thought you was on Planet Ism, nigga. I thought you was on Planet Ism.
That is Ism, nigga. What they doing to that? They doing every goddamn thing over there. They not a bitch.
Oxygen and all that shit up there, man. You good up there, Malik?
Hey, Blink. That's why we love the G-Lew show. We love our host, man. That's our motherfucking brother.
On the real, because you know we got that platform to speak and say what we want, and that love is still there. And due to that love is still there, man. Sometimes, brother, I just scratch.
That love shit is the niggas out of breath like a motherfucker. I've been with a coach. All that nigga Rams is down. Shit.
You gotta catch that fade.
Rowan hurt. You got me in the game. LeBron that's hurt. You got him in the game. Shit, long when you niggas playing the longest yard. Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, on the real. On the real.
The G-Lew show where they long with you at.
But still though, I just wanted to open up the panel. We got JB. I know JB got some shit to speak on. You know, Gotti. You know, I just wanted to open up the panel. That's all, Malik. On my show, can I do that?
Keep it short and sweet. Keep it short and sweet. Loved ones on the panel. Keep it short and sweet.
But Malik, but on some real shit though, JB do got some shit to speak on because you know right now me and JB.
But we got a 5-word minimum. Hurry up.
Cool. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on, Malik. Hold on. Let me say this right here though. But me and JB do got something to speak on because we in the process right now, man, of starting life changes. So now. Hey, no, on the real though. On the real, on some real shit, man. Hey, Malik, you crazy as a motherfucker, but look.
I got you, Malik. I got you.
Hey, on the real. This shit is family.
I got you, Malik. I got you, Malik. I got you,
Urban Radio fucking with us.
Hey, on the real.
I got you. Go ahead, Blink. Go ahead, Blink.
Hey, yeah, this shit is family friendly.
G-Lew show, motherfucker, man. Where it goes down.
But no.
You live anything. Go ahead, Blink.
But let me say this. But no, me and JB do got something to talk about on this right here, man. We wanted to try to get this out. We're in the process, man, of starting Life for Change, which is a non-profit organization to which that. Excuse me. Man, I got that cold. Excuse me. We're in the process of starting a non-profit organization, Life for Change, to where that being that the recidivism is so fucked up in these prisons, and they got so many people that's being incarcerated for wrongly convicted crimes as well as other crimes that they committed. But however, being that the laws is changing and these re-entry programs and these prison reform is about to be at its all high, and within the next couple of months, moving on to the next couple of years, a lot of brothers is about to be getting up out of these prisons. A lot of brothers and sisters is about to be getting up out these prisons, man. And as they get up out these prisons, they really ain't going to be having too many places to go. So up under Life is for Change, man, we're trying to build a whole different platform to where that they could get up under our umbrella and we could give them guidance and research and help them get back into society and reprogram themselves to become a productive member of society to where they don't hold society hostage, to come back inside a platform up under these prisons for a crime that they could have easily prevented themselves from doing if they had the appropriate resources to get back on their feet. And JB, man, I'm gonna let you take it and take it from there, man.
Okay, yeah, thank you, man. And shit. About that, it's kind of like the idea that, you know, I've been pondering is it's similar to Alcoholic Anonymous class. You know, you have in those classes or those men's groups, they have a systematic series of steps to help an individual, to overcome his addiction. So for this, nonprofit that we are basically working on, it's going to have numerous elements, and one I'm talking about right now is like psychological too. Like it's dealing with those individuals that the things that we can deal with to help keep them from recidivating. And it's going to start with, basically it's like a rehabilitation program for individuals that need, to reintegrate back into society. Stay out, because it's a high recidivism rate for one, and secondly, dealing with a psychological issue that I don't think your average psychologist or textbook psychologist could really relate to a lot of these individuals the way other individuals can, like such as Blink, such as myself, or even individuals that we want individuals that have been within that prison experience and have successfully, intentionally changed. And, we can provide guidance, for those that want to listen to it, because the help is there, psychologically, and that's one, that's one of the aspects of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, JB, I want to cut in and ask you, with this situation you guys have going on in this new project you guys are bringing out, when can we expect this to start taking place, and how can people get involved or reach out to be a part of it, or the people that need the help, how can they reach out to be a part of it, like with this thing you guys have going on?
Man, I was really trying to get it started sometime like a couple of weeks ago, man. I mean, we already had the outline and all that set up. It was just a matter of basically getting the license and everything taken care of. But I got hit with so many different things that it was a little delayed. But based on funding, man, it's just we only need really, honestly, about no more than a few more weeks. But as of right now, just to get things going, we started a DBA, a doing business as it's an offspring of the nonprofit, But the nonprofit is Life is for Change, but the DBA, I went on ahead and created it, with for Blink, and it's for us. Basically, it's called Keep It Moving, Anthony Welch, and it's an offspring from that. And the Keep It Moving is basically that's just that name is it derives from something that Blink came up with years ago.
So is that like a website they can go to or something? A link?
No, right now that is just it's DBA. It just got it's not a website up for it. There's no website up for it yet. It's just a license. It's a licensed business right now. It's at the beginning stages, man. I have to put all that together, and that's not going to take as long as I thought it would. But as I said, I need a few weeks, and then I'm gonna transition it to the nonprofit life and just trying to get something started because it's been prolonged for a minute, and because other things kept coming up. If it wasn't me being busy with law work, it was just unexpected death of my uncle.
Right.
So that.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace, your uncle.
I let that play. I was still trying to keep it pushing, but it's some things I put off. So.
Right.
But
JB, before you continue that, let me say this right quick. We have like a minute left on the live stream, but we're going to continue this conversation because there's a lot we haven't touched on. So I'm just saying this for the people listening on the live stream, the people that's online, that's on the phone lines, you can continue listening. But if you're on the live stream and you want to continue on with this conversation and be a part of it, call right now, 914-803-4001, so you can be a part when we continue because it's going to go off on the live stream in about 1 minute. I was just giving you a heads up out there. If you're listening online, call now, 914-803-4001. And we're going to continue this. But go ahead, JB. I was just giving that out there so the people can tune in and throw up there and listen online. They can call in now. But go ahead, homie.
Okay, no, that's understood. What I was getting at is that as I was saying, it's an offspring, and the delay had a lot to do with some interference that was unexpected. But to help get things moving faster, we're going to, we intend to basically as soon as the nonprofit is licensed, that take about, it depends how fast the state, if we can get it rushed, how fast the state takes to file it. And once that happens, we can start basically reaching out for the contributions of donations to help build, because it's going to take donations to help build this nonprofit in the way that we see fit within the community. And one of the main thing is also is housing. That's very important too. Because a lot of individuals that are getting out, some of them have to resort back to the same neighborhoods that they kind of regret going to because they want to change, and or if it's not that, some of them ain't got no place to go to, and they gotta stay in the shelter. One thing I remember as a former parolee is that when they want an address from you. The parole officer want an address. If you ain't got no address, then you got to go to a shelter, and man, that sucks. That's hard. So, it's like the more funding we can get towards providing room and board and also counseling. I'm not talking about the generic counseling, man. We all seen those generic counselors in prison when they really don't care about you. They just, ask you these questions that's on a sheet of paper and anybody can pass it, and the person turn around and kill himself as soon as the counselor walk off. When we're talking about the counselors that can really fill you out and understand, to give you that time to see if you're really gonna change, man. So that's what Lifers for Change is going to encompass, man. And I look forward to it being something that is going to be pretty big. I know Blink is going to play a major role in that. We both are, man. But I'm just
not to cut you off, JB. To where that, you said how soon can we be expecting this? Well, like he said, we just need a little time to get things together, but things will kind of be speeding up a little quicker due to the fact that a lot of it has to do with my departure. And my departure is coming real soon. You know what I'm saying? I got some good news, like I was telling G-Lew. You know, I got some good news last Friday and shit, man. And, you know, the next time, you probably hear me talking on this radio. Well, I ain't going to say the next time, but the next time after the next time that I get on the G-Lew show, you hear me talking on the real. Man.
On the real, on the streets, on the real.
On the real. And, you know, the next time.
If I can infuse this about your freedom, make sure when you touch down, one, don't look back. I don't give a fuck what happened. You don't want to turn into a pillow of salt. And two, in terms of...
Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Say that again. Say that again. I didn't catch that. Say that.
One, when you do depart, don't look back because you don't want to turn into a pillow of salt. So keep forward. I don't give a fuck who called, what they say you drop. You stay straight ahead focused. Second of all, let me define something for the listening audience. This is the object of the G-Lew show. It is what you call progressive urban talk radio. And throughout this whole process, the majority of the meat and potatoes of the conversation have been enlightening conversations. So the bait that we use and the opening of our living room to you is not to be taken for granted because we still accomplish our mission. Third of all, when y'all do your little nonprofit status, remember it's a thing called the Freedom Act. It was implemented in the 1960s to teach black people the process of voting. So through the Freedom Act, you can apply for those grants through the federal government, and those grants allow you to deal with people who are coming out of prison that are at the age of 21, 25, and beneath for 30, whatever, and then you allow them to get their bank accounts, their driver's license. It's called assess and assist people. So when you come out of there and you're waiting on your I-95 number, which is to anticipate your 501c3, which is your nonprofit status, you can still receive funding and structure yourself as such. And you don't have to come out your pocket. So when you listen to this show, or you listen to anything that come out of my mouth, believe me, it's a reason for it, and it's leading up to something that's dear to my heart, which is the suffering of our people, period. Don't get it twisted. And if you want it in a different vernacular, we'll barbecue your ass in that too. It don't make no difference.
On that part.
That part. Hey, I want to go ahead, Blink.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask my man Gotty, man. He's out there still. Gotty, you got anything you want to add or anything we need to know about? Because I know you just released 2 new books last week as well, man. So anything you want to add to the conversation, sir?
Oh yeah, I've just been kicking back, man, enjoying the conversation, man. Got me some good old laughs, entertainment, learned a thing or two. You know, you're never too old to learn a thing. Knowledge is good, man. Food for thought, you know.
But that ain't what he asked you. No, I'm just fucking with you.
There you go. Hot takeover. There you go, Blinky.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, but I started up another little book project, and I got the second half of my life story coming out Saturday on February 23rd.
Hey, so you dropped. Let me add this. You dropped the part 1 already because I'm late. I need to go get that.
Yeah.
But, tell us about that. What's been
I dropped the part 1. So far they like it, but it's the younger days, so it stopped at age 15. So everybody they waiting for the second half, which is it get a lot more crazier than the first half. But you know, so people really looking forward to it.
Hey, tell them where they can go get that book at.
On Amazon. Well, all my books are on Amazon. The ebooks, which is electronic books, and the paperbacks, or they can go to my website. I got some books on there at soldierchalk.com. And my Instagram is author_soldier_chalk. But I got a couple new little projects in the works, and one of my authors is dropping a book later on this month. on the 27th, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now, folks. I'm trying to go in a little different lane, like I was telling you on the last show, and get outside of just focusing all on urban, so I can get a bigger audience and gain more readers.
Right, okay.
So trying to do different things, challenging myself with different genres.
Right.
Oh, but you gotta tell them. Hey, you gotta tell them about the thing me and you doing too. Yeah,
Which one?
Y'all got something in the works? Y'all got something going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Blink, we need the autobiography, Blink.
Yes. You talking about the one with you and the big homie?
Yeah, me and Gotti got a book coming out, man. So y'all need to be looking out for that right there. Me and Gotti about to be doing some things together too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then not only that, I got some shit. On the real, and I got some shit coming out with Malik and shit. Once he understand what we got going on, we're gonna bring it to the table.
Oh, okay. So Malik, the one you talking about, y'all gonna do the book together?
Yeah. Me and Malik got some
that's
shit
gonna
going
be
on.
deep. I want to read that. I want to read that.
Yeah, me and Malik got some shit going on. But before I could really get down, on the real, but before I get to fucking with Malik, I got to make sure that solemn he got going on, I don't get trapped up in that motherfucker. I could come back up out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
the reviewers, the boy, they gonna be on your motherfucking ass, boy. You write the wrong shit, they gonna be on your ass. You gonna be like, motherfucker.
Hey. Let me go to phone lines right quick, man, and check in with somebody. Caller, hello.
Yo, man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, I want to say, man, much love to JB, Blink, you guys, man, on this new format, Progressive Talk Radio. It's extremely impressive and informative. And to Mr. Spellman, a very well-respected individual in the suites, in the boardrooms, etc., etc. Could you imagine that guy being the mayor of Los Angeles? He would do so much good for the community, but he might be pilfering like Omar Bradley did Compton. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. You got to watch him. He going to help everybody, but I bet you that nigga going to skim off the bottom, maybe not the top, but I trust him and I vote for him because I'm sure that nigga can make some shit happen. But he going to be like Omar Bradley, how he did Compton, and build a casino and pilfer from it. But, man, Malik, you got so much fucking knowledge, man. Kudos. I don't know if niggas say that in South Central, but where I'm at, that's like a term of endearment. But, man, Blink, man, JB, y'all, man, I wish y'all nothing but the best. G-Lew, I watch your growth. You're going to be all right, man. You got a solid team around you. And that new format, Progressive Talk Radio, I think they got a lot of that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tweet. You know I appreciate that coming from you, sir. So I appreciate it in all aspects, man.
Just help the people. We ain't going to give them no government cheese and no butter. Feel me? And no peanut butter either. If we can feed our people, we can help our people, man. So, man, much love. I can't wait till next week. We got a doctor. We got Reverend Ali. We got all the bases covered, G-Lew. We're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right.
Dr. Ism. That nigga crazier than a bag of angel dust, but that nigga's for the people. I got it.
Yes, sir.
One
Dr.
love, man. One love.
Thank you, Tweet.
One love.
Yes, love, Tweet.
Blink, man. Blink. All your viewpoints tonight, Blink. Man, you right on point, man. Much respect, man.
On the real. And I appreciate that, man. And the cool thing about it is that it just got started, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It just got started. Like the ism say, man, I ain't got no ism. I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I just got started, man, and it's about to even get greater and shit, man, because the gods has blessed me not only with a plan or not only with a platform or a path to my destination. But, man, he have blessed me with a whole new soul of energy, man, to get back out there with the Babylonians and shit, man, and take it to a whole nother level, man, that it got to be on, because this is our year, black folks. You know what I'm saying? I understand this is Black History Month, but every month going to be our month from this day forward.
And we want to see you prosper, man. We want to see you prosper and live on, man, and fix your wrongs, turn them right, man, and walk that straight and narrow and get what you deserve. Because 32 years, I can look at my life, 32 who I was 32 years ago is nothing for what I am now. And you got robbed out of all of that, man. So you deserve to just come out and eat you a steak dinner with some crab legs and some Remy Martin and just, man, just feel good and smell the flowers. You know, watch the birds, man. We want to make sure that when you touch down, it's like you the president. Feel me?
On the real. And I appreciate that part, because, man, you just don't know, man, what it takes, man, to understand what not to do mentally to allow your emotional baggage to become your frustration of what it is that you don't even see in front of you, man. And I had to endure that, man, for 3 decades plus 2 years, and not allow myself to become a victim of the penal institution by not understanding who I am from within. And as I'm getting out and getting closer, the layers of energy that I didn't understand has become the layers of wisdom through God's spirit and wealth and joy to allow me to get out there on a whole nother level of pure energy, man. Frequencies and shit that's going to disturb other frequencies that shouldn't even be out there.
Exactly. Do you remember the fish market called 5 C's? That was right there on. Yes. I got robbed there by them VNGs way, way, way back in the day. That was the best fish in the fucking hood. And I remember I had an apartment on 65th and Van Ness. And when the riots came, it was tanks literally rolling down the street, homie, and the command post was at the bus station. Feel me? So you've missed so much stuff, man. You deserve a 14-ounce T-bone for the struggle player. Feel me? On the real.
Man,
and you know,
yeah, that was a long time ago. The riots, and you missed that. That was a long time ago.
Man, we had an apartment. Man, I had a balling ass bachelor apartment right on 65th and Van Ness, man, where I could look over the street and everything. Fly as a motherfucker. It was tanks rolling down. That was the command post. Was a bus station right there, dude. I'm talking about I watched it all, and you know what saved me from jumping out? I had a brother that was with me that was spiritual, and he was like, hey, Tweed, man, you got this record contract. Man, you don't need to go out there, man. You don't need to go out there. We sat on my balcony and watched all of that shit, and I did not go nowhere that first night. Now, the next night, I kind of went out there, but I didn't do nothing. I just had a little extra money. I just bought all the stolen merchandise from the base heads. So I basically didn't steal nothing. I just bought stolen merchandise. But I'm going to tell you, man, I watched all of them tanks. I think I watched that shit, man. And it was horrifying, to say the least. You feel me? And Blink, you going to come out not only sharper than attack and slicker and sharper than a sword, but your intellect, you're going to prosper, homie. Believe me. It's platforms for you, man. And I ain't talking about just in the book segment. You're going to be speaking. You're going to be an international figure, man. I'm telling you, it can happen. You might get Pulitzer Prize 32 years. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nigga, 32 years ago, I had hair, nigga. I had hair 32 years ago. Come on, man. You gonna be all right, Blake. You gonna be all right.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
one love, y'all.
Crazy.
One love.
Thank you, Tweet.
I gotta say this, but Twig, I gotta tell you this before I leave, man, and I want to share this with all y'all before I leave up out of here. The one thing that I'm thankful for, man, is that, man, when I came to Old Folsom, you know, when I came to Old Folsom as a young man, I really didn't understand what it was that I was getting into, man. And the many brothers and shit that was attracted to my energy and shit, I thank them brothers, man, for not taking advantage of me, but showing me a way of life, man, and a whole nother different platform that I couldn't even fathom when I was out on the streets creating havoc and chaos, breaking down the community and doing things that I thought was the right things and shit until I became conscious and became aware and started peeking through my third eye and understanding my wealth and my jewels as a God on earth. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to take that out of context and saying that I'm greater than God, but I'm one of God's teachings and I'm one of God's students and I'm a teacher of God to the people on earth, and I will continue to do that, and I will continue to grow even further and move mountains in the way to where that I don't understand what Martin Luther King seen in his dream, but goddamn it, I'm touching the bottom of that goddamn mountain and gonna climb to the top. And that right there, you feel me? On the real.
On the real. There it is, man.
On the real. On that. Gotti, what you doing, nigga? Washing dishes? Put them dishes up for a minute, nigga. You making too much noise.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Oh man, that's that damn Bluetooth, man. That one pick up every day.
And on that note, man. And on that note, G-Lew, I want to thank you, man. And I want to thank you not just for me, for the homie Bluebird. Before we get up out of here, because it's getting kind of late. I want to thank you, man, for all the things you did, man. Malik, man, if you still there, I want to thank you, brother, man, for introducing me. Okay, but on real, I want to thank you for introducing me to the things that I was asleep from. And the only thing that I want to do, man, in return is give back to my young brothers out there that still flagging and shit. Because just because they flagging, there's nothing wrong with being a Crip or blood, but it's something wrong with committing genocide on each other. You could be a Crip in the blood and do whatever you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that there. And I'm not going to talk down on them brothers, and I'm not going to take that away from them brothers. But the one thing that I will say and I will take away from them is that when we allow ourselves to commit genocide on each other for something that we don't even understand, there's a problem, and that problem must be addressed, and that problem must come to the head as soon as we can reach them brothers and let them brothers know that there's a better way, man. Because if we allow ourselves to continue committing genocide on each other and shit, we're not going to never be able to get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the suffering that we suffer from our internal spirit. And until we can get our internal spirit up and lifted, man, our young brothers gonna be suffering, and that's what I'm on, and that's where I'm going, because the bottom line is that I was them brothers. I was lost like them brothers. I was killing like them brothers. I didn't understand a thing. But however, how can a man glorify taking another man's life just because he ain't happy with himself, or just because he wear red, or just because he wear blue? A life's supposed to be precious and supposed to be valued, not inhumane and taken away. So on that, man, I'm going to let you pass the mic, G-Lew, man, and I thank you, brother, and I got nothing but love for you, man. Better things is coming ahead, man, and, man, we about to try to grab this whole world. You know, TMZ ain't going to have nothing on the G-Lew show. You feel what I'm saying? On the real.
On the real. That's right. That's right. I thank you, Blink, for putting this show together tonight, bringing all the homies together on the platform. Like I said, it took a left turn earlier. You know, Malik came in and did his thing. You know, we wanted to get more in depth to what, no, for real though. But it was good though. All of it was good. You know what I mean? And we got the message out, but I wanted to touch more on what we had going on. So we'll try to continue this at another time and bring this show back if we can, or at a later date. You know what I mean? We'll continue what we have, but everything was still good at the same time. Malik came on, did his thing, you know, and we got the message out there still that needed to be got out there, and JB was on here as well. Shout out to JB, he checked out, but shout out to JB. Thank you, homie, for blessing the platform, and the homie Gotty, man. Man, much respect to the homie Gotty. He's dealing with these same circumstances as well, and he's not quite yet ready to come home, but he will be coming home soon, and we pray that the homie does make it home soon, man. So I want to shout out to the homie Gotty again as well, and I want to let both of you guys, you know, take us out of here. Whatever you want to say, we didn't get out, or just take us out of here with some righteous words for the here, man. Okay, Gotti. But Gotti, go ahead and start it off. You could take us out of here, man. You know, talk to the people, homie. You got the floor.
I just want to thank all the ladies and gentlemen for tuning in tonight, coming to listen to us talk our talk, and give our shout out to each other. I want to thank Blink, Malik, JB, G-Lew for sharing this show with us tonight. Well, sharing the show with me tonight. And to the listeners that came on for me, thank you. I appreciate all the love and support. And my panel, the dudes on the panel, appreciate it as well. And that's basically it. I'll catch up with y'all next time.
Hey, plug that book again, Gotti.
Born to Be King 2 is coming out this Saturday. It's the second part of my life story. I dropped the first part on the 7th of this month, from newborn to 15, and the second half is from 16 on up to right before I came to prison. That part come out Saturday.
Okay, so make sure y'all go get it. It's at Amazon. Soldier Chalk. What's the link?
If they go on Amazon, they type in Soldier Chalk, all my books will come up. The Born to Be King 2 is the book that's coming out Saturday.
And that's Soldier Chalk, SOULJACHOC.
Correct.
There it is. Much love to the homie Chalk, man. Soldier Chalk. Your kids, man, and everybody out there that tune in for the homie, we appreciate you and your support. Blink, take us out of here, man.
Man, I just want to say, man, this right here before we get up out of here and stuff, man. G-Lew, like I said, nothing but love. But to the people and stuff, man, you know, this platform right here have gave me not just a sense of understanding, but it allowed me to claim who I am as an individual. And a lot of times we don't even understand our worth, but once we understand who we are mentally, then we understand our value. And until we can understand our value, we're not going to understand what it is that we need to do to help them young brothers, because my whole story and my whole life of existing is going to be dedicated to trying to save a lot of them young brothers out there, man, because I'm not proud of taking a life, and I know I took somebody's son away from her, and, you know, I have come to understand with myself the wrong that I had committed, and I'm here to make living amends, direct amends, as well as understanding the ripple effect of not just my family that I hurt, but the family of others, because I didn't understand who I was in society, and I took that trust of society away from them. But I have nothing but good things ahead of me, and on that note, Gotti, I want to say, man, you know they're going to be hating on us and shit because, boy, I guess it's a different platform with me and you up in here dealing with women, because the one thing in prison is that respect structure. And the one thing that we don't do is disrespect each other and disrespect women. And I know the way society is today, to where female call themselves bees and stuff like that. But just because they do that, that don't mean that we got to follow the trend. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
if you don't respect yourself, of course, other people ain't gonna respect you. But just because you feel you have to respect another, that don't mean disrespect has to come and follow the respect. You know what I'm saying? So on that, I have to roll with that right there. But it's all good and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we need to put on the level 4. Because Gotti, them niggas out there on the level 4 for real. You feel what I'm saying? It's going down.
Yeah. You already know. You know. Huh?
I got an important message.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you left.
I didn't even know you was gone. Yeah, I didn't know you was on here. Okay.
Nah, man, I was using my ninja techniques. I was just being quiet.
Okay. All right, JB.
Now look.
Oh, JB was out of there.
JB.
Go ahead, JB.
JB, JB, before you say what you about to say, because at 9:30 I gotta wrap it up at 9:30. Is this gonna be a long takeover or a severe takeover? Because I want to embrace myself on how long this gonna take.
It's gonna be a severe, short takeover.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a long take. It's gonna be a severe, short takeover. It's one of those, you know. It's a straight to the point, but I believe very, very profound message. And that message is nothing is impregnable. Nothing in this world is solid. Not even an atom is solid.
Okay, you know you got to break that down because you always come with some quotes that we don't quite understand. You got to break it down for us, JB.
Okay. Well, when you think in that perspective, it challenges you. You know, and this is not for us on the panel because I already know we know. But when I break it down, you already gonna know. This is for those that don't want to think beyond that, don't believe in it. Whatever it applies, it's that age-old saying, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Nothing is like, the more that you put your mind into something that seems like it's impossible to do, the more you start seeing into it. And what taught me that was finding loopholes in every case that I worked on. There's a loophole in every case. You might not win every argument, but you'll find a loophole. Nothing is solid. Nothing is solid. If it was, nothing would change. Nothing would change. You can find something. If it was solid, if you take that magnifying glass and you put it to anything on this earth, you're going to see holes. And what I mean by that, you know, it's just nothing is inconceivable. That's just another word that I'm coming up with to convey the same meaning of nothing is, this earth is solid. Y'all think everything is not solid. So if it's not solid, you can figure a way out of it. You can figure your way out. And all of us right now on this panel are evidence of that. We are living evidence of the fact that nothing is solid. Basically, nothing is going to stay the same if you evolve with it. It's evolution. We evolve, you know, and that's what I mean by that, man. You know, you can achieve great things, but if you think everything is solid, then you ain't gonna be able to achieve a lot of great things. You're just going to be dormant. You're going to be stuck there,
right?
Because you're not going to be able to see in between. You know, to be great,
Man.
to be great.
Right.
You gotta think great, and the way to think great, you can't think normal. Thinking normal is thinking everything is solid. Thinking that door ain't gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that case law. Like at one point in time, the 3 strikes law was like damn it seemed like it was solid, and then it started getting broken down slowly but surely. It started to break down. You know, and then all of a sudden we got this youth offenders law that came out. I mean, it took a long ass time, but my point is that, man, that's evidence that ain't nothing solid. So for me, like, I'm suing Yelp, and I ain't saying this to brag about shit. I don't care. What I'm saying is that when I'm suing them, I know that there's all kind of holes in their defense. Just as they're sharp enough. They ain't no punks. They got some of the baddest attorneys. They're able to witness the holes in my complaint. But the wisdom from my experience of being a litigator tells me to go right back into my legal research search engine and to find something that helps strengthen my argument, because their argument is not solid. Nothing is solid. It's about finding that way out, that loophole. And when you find that way out, that loophole, in my opinion, that's when you become great. You already are great.
Well, on that note right there, on that note, I feel you, man. And, man, I just found the loophole. I found my parachute, and I'm about to pull that motherfucker, and I'm up out of here.
All right, Blake.
On the real, man.
On the real. Hey, I want to say this.
Man.
Hey, I want to say this as well. Blink, like you spoke on, man, I appreciate the love you gave me. And Blink has been on this show before. We had a couple previous episodes about Blink's life story. You can check those out. It's on the YouTube channel or on this Blog Talk Radio channel. But you can go to YouTube and check out the Blink life story part 1 and 2. And Jaron Brignac has been on here as well, and the homie Gotty. So our whole panel has their own individual show. You can go back and look at it YouTube at the G-Lew show on YouTube, man, and show support to these brothers, man. And we pray that you guys come home soon, man, and get everything you deserve out here, man. Much love to my panel once again, Jaron Brignac, OG Blink, and Gotty, man, author and publisher. Thank you, homies. I appreciate all the love and support, man.
For sure, man. For sure, and we thank that, man.
All the time, man. All the time.
And you know, man, I want to give a shout out to all y'all as I'm out here, man. Shout out to my young bird up out that south, man, and my cat up on that road, on the real, young bluebird, and my cat on that road, man. And I got nothing but love for you, Uno. I'm on my way, boy. I'm gonna see you in a minute and shit. And JB, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm coming, man. And young Gotti, man, I know, man, you ain't reached the milestone that I reached, man. But I'm gonna get my fishing line, nigga, and pull your ass over them gates. Trust me when I say that, man. and young G-Lew, man, I'm gonna see you in the physical form, man. And yeah, man, things looking real good, man. And on that note, man, I love you brothers, man, and keep it solid, man, and keep it black. You feel me?
Love y'all, man. Love. And thank everybody else who joined the show tonight. Callers, we still got callers out there still listening. You know what I mean? We appreciate your love and support, man. Don't let me get out there stop saying that. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to my homegirl, Leah Delgado, up in the Bay. Fairfield, what's up, baby? And everybody else and all my homies behind the walls and my homegirls, my ladies behind the walls as well, and our mothers and daughters. We love all y'all black women, man. It's Black History Month. Hold each other up. You know what I mean? Don't bring each other down. Talk shit behind each other's back. Approach somebody like a man or a woman. Get your issue off and handle it as you're supposed to, man. Stop the bullshit trends and get on your own trend. Be yourself, because a copy is already taken, homie. The G-Lew Show, Progressive Urban Talk Radio, Westside Wednesdays, February 20th, 2019. We out until next time. Peace and love, y'all.
Shout out to my big sister, Mika. On the real. Shout out to my big sister, Mika. On the real.
In the high desert. What up, though? We out of here, man. Go get that new G-Lew, man. OG album out now on all digital platforms. We out. Peace.
G-Lew, OG, music. There's nowhere for me to run. There's nowhere for me to hide from reality. I'm like a casualty, living life after tragedy. Made it to be somewhat famous and live lavishly. On my Sacktown shit like I'm Lavish D. Shout out to the 916, down to the SD. I'm a G with an O right in front of that. Started as a QB, but moved to a running back. Running plays down, never turning phase down. 500 push-ups a day, homie, I stay down. For all around activities, and you could either break bread with me or break down eventually. I got that penitentiary spread, I bust down. Shout out to the homie Bluebird and Blink Lockdown. Upstate doing life plus the homie Bluebird been down 10 and Blink 30 plus. But like the homie KRS said, you must learn. If not, then we're gonna make a same turn. Let the flame burn, remain stern, refrain from all the bullshit we was raised from. Yeah, we raised some boys to men, some men turned killers. The shit got realer. These are the secrets of war. We the casualties, still ain't nowhere to run from reality. Still ain't nowhere to run from reality. Reality, homie. It's what we gotta deal with. We gotta get this shit right. G-Lew, OG music, man. I'ma stand on it, not around it. Every day, all day. And the shit don't stop. Yeah. Let that shit ride.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.